Return to the murder at Meihousou. Pardon me, Mosh and Master. Oh, hi, Moriarty. But I have a proposal that may just put your concerns to rest. Really? You have an idea? Yes, but I can't take all the credit for it. This one was more of a collaborative effort. I won't say it for the best of all worlds, but I do think it will let us avoid the worst possible scenario. All you need to do is make me the lead actor. Say what? I'm sure Holmes will have none to please about this, so let me be perfectly clear up front. What I propose is not born from a desire to play the lead, nor I am proposing it as an attempt to improve my image. I merely believe that making me the lead actor will neatly resolve the problems currently eating away at you. Oh, so you're saying that will make Miguel Angeles Cortez the main character? Naturally. Fat chance, asshole! We spent the whole movie building up you as an irredeemable evil prick! We don't have anywhere near the time we need for a reshoot to fix that. I disagree with that ascension, but fortunately, it doesn't matter regardless. For you see, we already have all the footage we need. Say what? Ah, forgive me, this isn't quite right. What I would have said was, we already have almost all the footage we need. What are you talking about, Professor? I have no idea where you're going on with this. While we may be missing a few of the performers now, I still recall shooting some video along those lines. Oh yeah, we still have him, and earlier. So you see, by inserting footage that was shot for the documentary into certain key scenes, we can dramatically change how Miguel is perceived. This is amazing! Your idea to use aspects from outside the movie is the same as mine, but this is on an entirely different scale. Then, does this mean everything we shoot up to now is fair game? Yes, I suppose it does. For example, when Murasaki Suzuki suddenly collapsed, you were all genuinely concerned for her well-being. No? Yes, of course. Then we can rework that footage into a scene that has you all concerned for Gabrielle. So we'll be looking for unusual bits and pieces of footage wherever we can find them. It won't be easy, but if we can pull it off, it ought to be well worth it. I see. That's definitely a good idea. Alright, you have my permission to shoot any additional scenes you need. But remember, once time is up, you all need to come back immediately. It isn't much, but try to do the best you can with the time you have left. Alright, Dr. Roman. Understood, Dr. Roman. We'll take advantage of every second we have. Right, Murasaki? This thread of spider silk has given me the ray of hope. If it is alright with you, I promise I won't let this chance go to waste. Okay, so we're going to use Morley's idea. We need to have Garia become despondent with life, only to finally realize how much her adopted father truly loved her. Right? Right! Got it, so Gabby takes the poison cause she feels like she has nothing left to live for, and everyone who else goes nuts trying to help. Huh. Of course, I still end up losing my life in the process. But I suppose we have no choice but to make it fit in somehow. You got it! Hey, we made it this far flying by the seats of our pants. What's one more to go before we pack it in? Though it may be still different from the original photo in certain ways, this should ensure the movies remain Miguel and Gabriel's story. Of course, since Gabriel has such little screen time, it would eventually end up being more of Miguel's movie. But I hope you can overlook that on account on how devastating damper I am. I don't say so myself. Yeah, keep telling yourself that. I see, so this was your goal all along. By unraveling your idea when all other options has been exhausted, you gain the lead role with a minimum of effort. Good grief, you never change, do you, Professor? Must you insist on always painting me in the worst possible light? Well, he is the, prince of crime, so it's not the reason he has always been paid in the bad light. For your information, it was purely by chance that I realized my conduct thus far could have been used in the movie. Besides, you know very well that I am not the man given to operating out in the open like this. Well, I suppose it's not every day that a would-be artist gets the chance to help others so directly. Very well then, as they say in the entertainment business, break a leg! Methinks, I just hope I can avoid breaking my back while I'm at it, since he's always having problems with his back. Now then, shall we, Master? We shall! Murder at the Meihousou, middle end. So how is she? Her life is not in any danger, but I have no idea when she might wake up. You the one who prepared our drinks? I was not. While I did serve the drinks, I didn't have time to add anything to them even when I had wished to. Wait, assuming I remember correctly, I think I saw her taking what looked like some sort of medicine before she entered the ballroom. Oh, so you say the host of the party poisoned herself of her own accord? Why would she do such a thing? That's weird, she's been running the whole show up to now. I don't see any reason why she would want to ruin it herself. I don't know what she took or why, but if something else, I think this absolute Salazar. Maybe she just lost all hope and figured there was nothing left for her to live for. If you are correct, then there are nothing we can do. As long as she feels that way, she's likely to try again after she wakes up. Well, what if we deal with whatever is causing her despair? Of course, we need to discover what that is first. In order to do that, we need to find out exactly why she lost hope and why she wanted to end it all. I think I might know. Oh? Her whole life was bought and sold when she was just a little girl. Even if she does to get inherit the old Geisha's legacy, now that he's dead, there's no way it could feel the hole an experience like that must have left in her heart. I probably would have chosen death if I were in her place too. Then it is settled. I search the mansion and see if I can find any clues. I would be happy to check the storehouse myself. No, we should go together, just to be safe. No one should go anywhere alone. I see. Alright, if you insist. Don't misunderstand. This is because I suspect you. It seems better for both of us to have a witness present. True, if we go together, and anything happens to one of us, the other one will come under suspicion. I apologize for my rudeness. Alright, let's be on our way. Be careful out there, you two. There's no telling what you might run into. And boom. Did anyone just hear that? Then it wasn't just me. Did something just happen to him? I know all too well how you feel. Just to be safe, let's lock this room and all go check on them ourselves. Alright. But it's kinda late, they're already dead. Vegas! This can't be happening! They're both dead. It looks like they killed each other. Which one would attack first? Vargas would have never ambushed anyone. It looks like you were right. Vargas bled out from a wound on his back. Salazar must have attacked him from behind. He probably meant to kill Vargas with one strike and hide the body elsewhere or somewhere. But he's obviously failed, leaving Vargas with just enough strength to strike back. Nobody could have taken Vargas down in a fair fight, not even if it was 3 against 1. Salazar must have already known that after the explosion he wouldn't be able to talk his way out. It looks like they knocked over a bottle of volatile chemicals during their fight. That was almost certainly the cause of the explosion we heard. Salazar must have already known he couldn't talk his way out of it. We could interrogate them and gotten to the bottom of this a lot faster if just one of them had survived. Isidro, do you have anything to say for yourself? What's wrong, detective? You haven't said a word. Mr. Paguli is also known as the Isla the Sleeper because he always gets very quiet whenever he's considering evidence. It is true, even as we speak, my mind is evaluating all the possibilities at a dazzling pace. Didn't you say you were known as Isla the Reaper before? Hypolis and Toneless are said to be the brothers. Thus, my Sleeper and Reaper personas are two sides of the same coin. Ugh, whatever. Just stop bragging and tell us what you figured out already. I can't. Not when the culprit is listening. Oh, then you're saying one of us is the culprit? I will leave that to your imagination. For now, all I can say is this. There is no case so inscrutable that I, Priscilla Pergoli, cannot solve it. You may sit back and rest assured that I have matters all well in hand. Alright then. Where is everyone? It's been over 2 hours since they left. Either they ran into some sort of trouble or they found something promising. All we can do is hope it is the latter. Still, given that they're working together, they should be okay, as long as nothing too dire befalls them. Salazar worked for Miguel, right, Uncle? But now that Miguel is dead, what kind of hold could he have on Salazar that would make him willingly to risk his life? True, if Miguel was controlling Salazar with fear, there would be no further need for Salazar to be afraid. And it's not like he had any families for Miguel to threaten, since he didn't even know who he was. Do you think you could risk your life for someone who's already dead at least? No way! I can't imagine risking my life for someone who's still alive. Indeed, that is how most people seem to feel. I am certainly no exception. Perhaps Salazar's willingness to do so is proof of a more genuine loyalty. Master, I can't tell how grateful I am to you for giving me a new role to play when I have nothing to look forward to but disappearing. I'm so sorry my leaving you like this will only make things harder for you. Forgive me for leaving in the middle of all this. It flies into the face of the theory we've been working under thus far, But perhaps Miguel was actually a kind and virtuous man. The kind who inspired loyalty out of love, not fear. Of course, now that Salazar is gone, we have no way of knowing for sure. About time you guys got back! Wait, where's Garcia? Garcia ran off on his own. He was going about something he had to go to check. We have no idea where he could be right now. That said, every other survivor is here in this room. Assuming there is no one else hiding out there, I expect he should be fine. What's more, we learned a few very interesting things. First off, we found documentation that shows Garia is Danzo's younger sister. Or Daizo. You don't say! Of course, I expect that was the case. So on its own, that wasn't any great surprise. But what if it turned out that Miguel was actually trying to improve not his own life, but everyone else? Would that be surprising? The hell are you talking about? Miguel was a living embodiment of ambition and greed. We found a report on the stage of Nadia Diaz prior to the revolution. It painted a bleak picture of Nadia Diaz's future prospects. This is to say it had none at all. What? That can't be right. There is no question that the first president only aided the revolution because he knew the cost of failing to do so would be the nation itself. Then what? You're saying Miguel's coup turned out to be the right move in the end? Sure, it looks like that way. So now, I have to re-examine everything I thought to be true. And determine if Miguel Angeles Cortez really was the evil man I thought him to be.
Well, General Tan, can I convince you to surrender peacefully? At your age, sure you wish to avoid needless injury just as much as I do.
I have no intention of refusing to acknowledge reality, but I also knew that your army was quite determined to take advantage of that situation. So I thought you would be at least service as a scarecrow of sorts, and draw the rebels' attention away. Then, while your forces and theirs stare each other down, my soldiers can strike them from behind. A clever plan, General Tan. Just what I would expect from you. That sort of clever thinking exactly why I had to stay one step ahead of you. Well, you succeeded. I never dreamed that you would come to kill me in my sleep, now that my army is destroyed thanks to your ambush. But what would you do now? I can't imagine you think you can hold back the rebel army with your forces alone. That is your problem right there, General Tan. You're too earnest for your own good. As a matter of fact, I have come to reach an understanding with the rebels. Once they have conquered the palace, I have to be the new governing representative. There will be no more desire for senseless bloodshed than I do, after all. You contemptible wretch! Even I couldn't have imagined you would be so self-serving. Please, don't think too purely of me, General Tan. If anyone else is to blame, I would say it was you. So that is all there is for me to do here. Everything ends so abruptly. And here I thought you would give up on this before I did. It would seem I am less patient than I thought. I am happy to help in any manner my lord wishes, no matter how difficult the task may be. I see. I almost envy your steadfastness. General Tan was loyal to the fault. If he truly wanted what's best for Nadia Nida, he should have been the one to inherit the coup. So what? You're saying the old geezer only betrayed the royal family because Nadia was on the brink? The royal family at the time was indeed rotten to the core. I can attest that to myself. Even if Miguel hadn't betrayed them, they would certainly have fallen to ruin if it left to their own devices. I am not trying to carry war for him, but the Revolutionary Army was really an army in the name only. If Jonathan had succeeded in flanking them that night, we have been lost for sure. After that, I have no doubt the ones who survived would have turned to guerrilla warfare. And that would have led to the country getting boggled down into intermittent civil war, which only have improvised nothingness even further. If that had happened, I'll probably never have been able to become a singer. It's difficult to believe, but their logic is sound. So if Miguel foresaw all this when he took over the nation, that would make him a hero, would it not? If that was the only way he could do something good for the world. I also came across something of a personal interest to me. What is it? The record of Danzo's death. He died that night, just as I always suspected. But he and Jonathan ended up killing each other, sort of. According to the report, what happened was... Besides, you're only just now mentioning that all of this you have on me? You trying to pull a fast one on me? Good grief! It would seem we have the oxide puppy here, who still needs to be housebroken. Oh, they're editing all the scenes that were cut out of it? That's interesting. Ha! Bring it on, man! I was just thinking I could use a decent workout. Unfortunately, he got defeated. Ah! And there goes him. Well done. I must say, for a moment there, I wasn't all sure how things would play out. Oh my, you're bleeding. It's just a flesh wound. I'm so sorry we foisted this thankless role upon you. No need for apologies. We cannot say for sure whose role is thankless until it's all said and done. Now then, my time here is over. I wish you well with what you yet to come in this endeavor. And so he died. I can excuse what Jonathan did, but I can't understand why he did it. Danzo would never have been able to adjust to this new, more peaceful world. Neither do Izo as well. I think Jonathan felt a responsibility to make sure Danzo will never cause any further trouble. As for Miguel, he knew Danzo would be leaving behind a little sister. Now here where I first met him again. Ah yes, it was the town library. I was waiting there to meet my brother. I'll wait here until he comes back. I'm sorry, my girl, but you will be wasting your time. You'll feel better if you resign yourself to never seeing him again. Really? Then what should I do? Well, I would hate to see a child cry. Alright, I'll tell you what. I'll give you anything else your heart desires instead. That's right. He was always so kind right from the beginning. He didn't breath a word about my brother's death. He just brought me all sort of things to help cheer me up since I was all alone. He felt responsible for Danzo's death as well. That's why he took Gabrielle in. Of course, to those of us looking in from the outside, it just seems like he did that just to satisfy his own desire. If nothing else, he was a master of hiding how he really felt. Well, I don't like it. From where I sit, she just ended up and disappeared on me out of nowhere. But At least I know she was treated well now. That's a huge relief. Hey, check this out! A letter? Where did you get this? I've been doing my best to figure out why Salazar attacked Vargas like that. And I think it probably cause there was something important in there. Vargas just happened to go near it, and Salazar must have thought it was trying to steal it. So if that's what happened, I thought I would be able to find whatever it was near where they fought. And I did. There was a small safe hidden around there. If there's a small safe, how did they crack it open? Luckily, it was easy enough to break the lock. Damn, Garcia, you're the man. So that's where this letter came from. Does this mean Salazar threw away his life for nothing? Thing is, the letter is from Miguel Angeles Cortez, and it's addressed to Gabriela. Then, does it mean it holds Garra's secrets? Gabriela should be the one to read this, but since she is currently indisposed, and this is an emergency,